Ooh, God. Oh, that's bad.
Spilled some wine and crawled through it.
Had to kneel down to see that.
If I'd have bent over, I'd have puked.
Wanna play cards?
Esco, chop, chop.
Drunk as a motherfucker.
Esco, you drunk! Get out here!
I don't remember my vision ever being this bad when I've been drunk.
Esco! Esco!
Esco.
Come on.
go. Chop, chop.
Early in the morning.
Hey, you hear that?
Sounded like panting of a wounded wyvern.
Damn it. We missed a fight.
Fuck.
Esco's close.
Hang in there, brother. We're coming.
Hey, look. There he is.
With his ever
like
faithful
this.
little bleeder.
Aw.
Hello, Esco. Wake up.
What? What happened?
You got
Got
drunk.
sloshed, stewed, and 57 other varieties of drunk. That's what happened. Get up. Time to have a drink.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna puke. Three of us get together, always ends like this.
Let's find
Apparently.
a fourth. Better. A woman.
Nothing here but Yen. We don't want to wake her up, believe me.
What about that sorceress you talked to? Think about it. We turn on the megascope, cordially invite her, she teleports here. Maybe bring some friends. How's that sound?
Ugh. I think you've had your last drink,
Lambert.
Eskel.
Believe you've had your last
And
drink.
Lambert.
You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, but is that any reason to spoil it for us?
I don't have the strength to argue.
Of course you don't, cream puff. Bet I could take you with one finger.
Hey, relax, Lambert.
Wanna fight? Huh? Wanna?
Of
Come
course,
on.
Lambert is a fighty
Good
drunk.
night.
Who else in this group but Lambert would be a fighty drunk? Yeah. I've woken up like that before, too.
Damn, what a dream.
Oh. Certainly woken up looking at that too, just minus the abs and really muscular. Aw, Uma.
See everyone's up and at 'em.
And reeking of booze. That hat was a memento, Lambert.
Relax, old man. It'll come out in the wash.
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
Ooh. And did you learn anything?
Vesemir, learn anything?
While you were out hunting forktails and playing with a megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently.
Really?
While falling asleep, he'd pause, awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. A sigh or a moan. And it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right.
Really?
I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes, don't like it one bit. But I suppose I have to trust you.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people are.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
I mean, that's what we found when my granddad died. Not
Right.
that weird.
So what
is it?
now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we?
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And
Oh, shut
disinfect tools. Well, chop chop.
You want it to be drunk?
You don't know
A fair
what's trapped
Lilane.
in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series of complex calculations. Extrapolated some data. Ran simulations.
Meaning you guessed.
Well, you know. Fake it till you make it. Okay. Brew the decoction of grasses. Close that. Lay craft. I'm actually going to check out something. The Fair Lane. All of that. Haven't got anything else that's popped up as a result. No. Cool.
potions ready. Tools, too.
Good. Vesemir?
Hookweed extract to deaden the pain. I know. Done this before.
Eskel. Make the incisions in his veins. Insert the tubes. Geralt, place the potion
Excellent.
vials in the feeders.
This seems fucking awful.
Open the valves. It doesn't matter in which order.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, I think.
The hookweed work?
If it hadn't, the pain would have sent him into shock. Killed him.
So, everything's going smoothly.
No.
Lambert,
It's
shut the
within
fuck
no
up.
norms.
Administer the next potion.
I'd hoped I would never have to watch this again.
Why'd you keep the table then?
Fuck's sake, Lambert. Hello.
Geralt, next potion.
Hello, Dave. How you doing? I'm gonna press. I'm pretty sure this won't stop it, but yes, I'm apparently doing the Michael Gove
We should
mission.
Stop this.
Then Uma dies. Very painfully.
Yennefer's right.
Open the next valve.
Everything about this is nasty. Speargrass sap. I'm doing okay, thank you very much, Dave. Just not really enjoying watching this. There's a distinct element of torture about it.
What now?
I'm really genuinely curious to see
Now
who
we
Uma
wait
actually
for the
is.
potions to do
Don't
their
know.
work. Might take a day. Might take more.
You need only wait. True. But I must maintain the stabilizing spell. Uma's body is not nearly as resilient as a young candidate witch's. Without this, he'd...
Just throw up randomly.
Eskel, I'm sorry. Would you mind?
Getting some rags on it.
Oh. Death Gove, yeah. Difference is we want him to survive.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Might be vomit off the floor.
No, the trial. If that's Ciri in there, she could come out of this crippled, wrong in the head, just emotionless. Thought about that?
Oh. I'm gonna go with Yen knows what she's doing,
trust Yen.
and
She knows what
hoping
she's
that's
doing.
correct.
Don't doubt that. But do we know what she's doing? She tell you how likely this is to work?
Gentlemen, the floor's as clean as it'll ever be. And I need to be wiped down as well.
Lit my rags, bitch. Nah.
No offense, but I'd rather Geralt did it.
Understood. I'd prefer that too.
My god, all these witches are just so Yennefer hating. Anti-Yennefer. On this anti-Yennefer agenda. I'm assuming I'm gonna, like, Kaer Morhen gonna be attacked at some point soon.
That normal?
Yes. Uma's body is disintegrating from the inside. Once that's complete, we'll need to reform it, or he'll die. You witches were given mutagens. We will use spells.
Have you, what have you been up to today then, Dave?
Hey, Yen, you're dozing off.
No, I'm just resting my eyes.
Yeah, it's called sleeping.
Then do something to keep me awake.
Pinching's apparently effective.
Yeah, Dave?
Later, perhaps. For now, talk to me. Tell me a story.
Let's go with ice skating with Ciri.
Heard about
Why
the time
not?
Ciri and I went ice skating?
No, not that I recall.
The winter she trained here. A couple months in, she started complaining I was too harsh a teacher.
Don't blame you,
Brushed it off
Dave.
at first,
By the sounds of it,
then she
yesterday
asked
you
me
were
to go
injured,
skating
so
with her. Didn't really want
yeah.
to. I'd never been before.
I don't know why you decided to
She
ruin it by
insisted.
watching me play
As soon as
this,
we
but
hit the ice, she started skating circles around me, hollering, "No, not like that. Footwork. One, then the other. Crossover. No, wrong. Break the heel of your skate, not the toes." Needless to say, from then on,
He's awake. It's time.
Ooh.
Time to lift the curse.
it's the time.
Prepare the phylactery.
It's the time. Hopefully. I mean, I assume this goes alright.
Never severe. Caniatad. Nevid. Savir. Kowal. Arriva. Endir.
Oh.
No. No, I won't let you. Geralt. Yellow flask. In my satchel.
Quiet. Listen.
Kowal. Kowal. Kaniatad.
Nevid Severe. Kowal. Kowal. Caniatad. Nevid. Arriva. Endir. Geralt. The phylactery. Open it. Caniatad. Taran Anade. Jeez.
Jeez, that's dramatic change.
Havelock?
You know him?
Yes. An elf. In hell. A sage.
Where is Ciri?
That is cool from the books.
The Isle of Mists. But it's not. She's not safe.
I'll quickly read what you've just been saying. I've just been properly into what's been going on. I've been watching a friend play Garden. So you thought you'd come and hear me swearing, screaming, shouting, and slaughtering things in The Witcher? Sounds good. What does the hunt want from her?
Hunt. What's it want from Ciri?
Her blood. Elder blood.
God damn it! It's always about her fucking blood.
We cannot allow this.
Where is the Isle of
Isle of
Mists?
Mists.
I am very
Where is
curious.
Everywhere. And nowhere.
Listen,
Not
Ciri,
helpful.
We didn't lift that curse to play riddles with you.
Yvain. Arwen.
Arwen is in a different, like, mythological fantasy lore. It's Lord of the Rings.
In Skellige. Follow it into the mists. Hurry. Hurry.
Hate to get direction
We
of that guy.
tried to protect her.
Eh.
But the curse. The hunt has not found the Isle as yet. It is a matter of time. They will detect
Enough, Geralt. He's not yet free of death's grip.
Will he recover?
Is he gonna make it?
I can't. No. You saw? Not all went as planned. I lifted the curse, but
The trial has wrought havoc in his body.
I'm curious as to
Violently
exactly.
twitching fingers, pupils that don't react to the light. Seen it many times before, too many.
toxins have permanently damaged his nervous system. Even if he does pull through, do you understand?
You know what? I'm not sure.
I'm
We'll
going
speak
to
about
get
it just
Ciri.
after this, whether they'll go back for Witcher 4.
Don't you think you owe us some answers? How do you know this Avila? What's Ciri been doing with him?
Yennefer can tell you. Just keep an eye on him. He's not a friend.
Perhaps not, but Ciri apparently trusted him. We should at least take his words seriously. You heard what he said. Take Ciri from that Isle of Mists, and the hunt will pick up her trail immediately. What then?
Let's talk about that. So, like, CDPR, I mean, chances are they've got a bunch of what's called shareholders who are screaming at them saying, we want a Witcher 4, make a Witcher 4. Because in terms of, like, money, it would be a no-brainer. They'd make a ton. They would make a ton of money by doing The Witcher 4. But it would be, like, in my mind, it would probably be one of the biggest risks they could ever make doing a Witcher 4. Because if it turned out like Cyberpunk, it would destroy the reputation of CDPR immediately, in my mind. They would... I mean, I probably wouldn't be bothered, but, you know, I mean, look what happened with the reception to Cyberpunk. It went... They basically just got punched in the face because Cyberpunk wasn't Witcher 3 in the future with guns and I can do everything. The amount of time it would take for them to make it would be ridiculous if they were going to do it properly. And absolutely everything... like, from a purely kind of like business standpoint, oh yeah, they'd make a Witcher 4. From a love for the actual franchise standpoint, I don't think they would like to try and make a Witcher 4. And from a kind of reputation standpoint, they would have to really, really, really be incredibly careful about The Witcher 4 in my mind. Because if they fucked it up just once, if they did not produce like a masterpiece for the ages, and the credibility of the company would probably hit the floor, rightly or wrongly. That's for someone else to decide, but that's just what it would do. But yeah, I could see them doing a remake of The Witcher 1, maybe for consoles. All I know is like The Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 was very, very complicated, which is why it's kind of like on PC, or one of the main reasons why it was on PC. But maybe, I mean, I think they'd probably earn a ton from excuse me, from doing a remake of The Witcher 1. But I'd play it because I haven't played it. I haven't played Witcher 1 or 2 myself. I just love the what's it called, the books a huge amount and extended lore around it. Well, I guess it could take. See, the problem is, like, people are becoming really, really precious about the Witcher franchise because the games and the TV series have been so interesting, and then they're finding the books, and the books are, like, if you haven't read them, really, really should read them because they are just wonderful books. So, the problem is, there's always die-hard fans about absolutely everything, and especially in the gaming world. I mean, come on, Dave. You've been around long enough as, like myself, to know people in the gaming world, they will go crazy over everything. Yeah. I never went to Knight's Engine. Yeah, true. Yeah, they'll probably try and make a proper 3D game out of it. I wouldn't be surprised, because again, they'll most likely have someone in their like boardroom sitting there going, well, why don't we remake Witcher 1 and Witcher 2? Because that's just kind of how the gaming industry kind of seems to be working right now. I found no one really wants to do original IP. They really, really, really just want to keep going over the stuff they've already done. What do you suggest? We'll see. We'll be waiting. Yeah.
What's your suggestion?
Ciri can't flee forever. One day she'll stumble, and she won't get a second chance. Time we, the hunted, became the hunters. Geralt will find Ciri and bring her here, and the hunt will follow. They'll expect to catch us by surprise, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
We plan to fight them. We fight.
That's an interesting idea, Dave.
In a crumbling castle.
Do we have a choice, besides delaying the inevitable?
Pretty Boy could try to round up a few others who know how to swing a sword.
Or wield magic.
Some allies then.
I'll get Ciri and recruit some allies. Bring everyone here. Got a few favors I can call in.
Any good-looking women in that batch?
Mm-hmm. Exclusively.
Yeah, smart thing to say there, go out in front of Yennefer. Get the band back together.
And you? What do you plan to do?
I've Avila to care for. He's certain to die without gentle, gradual magic treatment. There's hope if I help him. Not much, but better than naught.
The boys and I'll consider how we should greet our uninvited guests.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Good luck, Wolf, and give Cirilla our love.
Come back quickly, Geralt.
I've already done most of the side quests, so yeah, I probably will come back quite quickly. Yeah. But no, yeah, I'm kind of curious as to how many of them are patching Cyberpunk. I mean, based on like CD Projekt Red's kind of like love of games, I would say they've probably got a decent team actually like trying to fix Cyberpunk, or at the very least trying to leave it in essentially a decent kind of state. But that's a discussion for how well they can make it into a decent state on absolutely everything.
Let's go.
Not to mention,
Happen
it's asking about these.
contracts lately.
and not to mention,
Not lately.
if they don't,
But
they're
about
probably
half a
leaving
year
themselves
back, I
open to
slew
some
a
serious
Manticore
legal
in Creighton
challenges.
in a forest. Quick son of a bitch, that one. Jumped out of the undergrowth so fast my medallion didn't have time to give me so much as one twitch. Won't show you the scar. Too big a boy for that.
Get a nice sum at least.
Not one copper. Showed the beast's head to the elder in the nearest village. He swore on all the gods it was the first he'd heard of the monster.
Oh, of
What
course.
about you?
Lion
Besides
bastards.
the griffin, same old, same old. Neckers, ghouls, drowners. Haven't seen a manticore in must be a year now.
Okay.
See ya.
Yeah. I reckon having Cyberpunk fully working on all platforms. Yeah, when it comes to No Man's Sky, I'm a bit of a weird one on that one myself. I've played it a few times, and one of my mates, she absolutely adores it. You know, pretty much built her upgraded the computer so it could be based around No Man's Sky, but I just can't. Like, I've got a bit of a weird one when it comes to like Cyberpunk in my head because I don't think Cyberpunk was as absolutely awful or garbage wreck as everyone kind of like put it down to. I think it was exacerbated by the fact that obviously everyone wanted Witcher 3 with guns and cool neon lights, but at the same time, I know that on consoles and things, it was unplayable to a degree. So, but comparing it to No Man's Sky, they brought out a game, said it's done, and went, here you go, and produced an absolute nothing. That's the only way I can describe it, an absolute nothing. It produced a game that was nothing. It did nothing, it had nothing, there was nothing about it whatsoever. And playing it around the time when it came out, I was like, this is nothing. Whereas with Cyberpunk, you had things, it just wasn't functional. Which, I mean, is not exactly not exactly the defense you want to bring up. If you're trying to make if you're trying to change people's minds in the game. I know your game said absolutely nothing. Let's go, a bit buggy but serviceable. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. As I say, I just don't think that. I think with No Man's Sky, they literally went, "We're going to do these wonderful things," and then they, instead of going, "Oh shit, we can't do these wonderful things," they handed it to you. They literally handed the game out to someone and said, "It's cool, it's wonderful, we promise." And then everyone started it and went, "Well, where's the stuff you said it was there?" And they went, "We never said it was there. At least not yet." Whereas with Cyberpunk, they handed you a game and they went, "Here's the game, it's cool, we promise." And then everyone went, "Okay, yeah, I can see where it's coming from, but I can't really play it." And then CD Projekt Red went, "Yeah, oh shit, we need to do that. We need to sort that. Really sorry, really sorry." So that's the kind of thing. I know they're kind of like controversies about release, but I just don't think Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky are comparable in that regard. But at the same time, yeah, I think that they need to, like, if CD Projekt Red are the games company that they purport to be, as opposed to like Activision, Ubisoft, and everything, who don't really purport to be publishers, they purport to just be a business that makes money, whereas CD Projekt try and make everyone believe that they care. They need to leave Cyberpunk in a playable format for every single game. Exactly how many people they've probably got it doing it, I don't know. Maybe it's a highly skilled small team, or maybe it's an absolute massive team of people who are less skilled but who, this is their specialty or something. Not sure, but I would assume that they've got someone working on it, at least I'd hope. Best crafty explorer game I've played, although I don't think I've ever played another crafty explorer game. I'm thinking more in terms of company response to feedback. Yeah, there is that. I mean, yeah, Hello Games very much did kind of go, "We're really sorry, so we'll just keep building on it." Whereas CD Projekt Red did try and kind of like distance themselves from the problems first, didn't they? It's a really difficult one. And not being a business person myself, I really don't know how you'd kind of go along with it. I mean, what would you think? Just out of curiosity, what would you think, Dave? We all in the community of Julia Hardy respect your opinion. Ever since you appeared on that GTA stream with a hearse, we've known you're a man who knows what he's on about. So what's your opinion on it?